Happy Monday, 4th and 5th graders. If you are a 4th grader, you haven't seen me in the last couple of weeks or heard from me. But if you're a 5th grader, you're used to kind of this routine. So I'm going to kind of go through the expectations for this week for 4th and 5th grade science. So we're going to pick right back where we were, learning about how cycles and light interact with our Earth for different things like the seasons and day and night, and then also things like shadows. And I've given you kind of two ways you can learn. It's going to follow kind of the same format we did in class. We're going to watch YouTube videos, the ones I've created, and then also some brain pops, and then also videos, just recommended videos. We're going to do some drawing with our guided notes and our interactive journal, and some writing and reflecting. And then I know that not all of us have access to technology, or maybe some days you have technology, but other days you don't. So you are also welcome. There are three reading passages, and they're in your packet. And you are welcome to just complete the notes, which you should be able to complete most of the notes, either from previous learning or from the reading passages. But if you can't watch the YouTube videos and do all the parts of the guided notes, you're going to read What Causes the Seasons and answer the questions at the end. And then you're also going to read Our Place in Space and highlight key ideas. And you're going to answer the comprehension question at the bottom. And then our last one is about lunar and solar eclipses. And you're going to read the passage and look at all the text features, and you're going to answer those at the end as well. Now, if you have access to technology, you're welcome to be learning with me and watching the videos and doing the guided notes with me each day. So you can pick one or the other. Of course, I recommend you do both. If you do both, your learning is going to be even stronger. Now, at the end of this week, I did create an edge elastic, and for those of you that maybe don't have as much access to technology, I printed a copy of the Edge Elastic assessment. Or for everyone else, you're just going to log into Edge Elastic and take the assessment. This is going to show me that you've been learning and paying attention and trying your hardest all week. I know you guys are going to do great. Now, I forgot my crayons, but we are going to need crayons. So if you happen to have highlighters or pens or crayons, you're going to need red, yellow, and blue. If you don't have them like Miss Dunnigan forgot them, you're just going to do the best you can. I'm just going to label the different colors. All right, so we're going to start off today, and we're going to do our lessons in increments of 15 minutes. So at some point I may stop, and then you'll be able to catch up on your work. I did provide your login for BrainPop and Edge Elastic, and everyone has that in your packet. All right, so every day we have our essential question. This is what we're learning, what we're focusing on for the day. So we're on April 6th, and our essential question is, how does the sun impact cycles like day and night and the seasons? And so if you have technology at this point, you're going to go to rotation versus revolution video, and you're going to plug in, and you're going to watch. All these videos are less than about 5 minutes, and you're going to plug in our video and take a quick moment to watch it. Then when you're done, you're going to go to how the earth and sun and moon interact, and you're going to watch that video. All right, so here we are. We're at our guided notes. This is our video we're watching right now, the earth, moon, and sun, vocabulary and systems. Here we go. What is the word? And this is picking up right where we were. So a little bit of this is review. That's okay. It's been 3 weeks, so we need to get our brains back thinking. What does it mean to move or cause to move in a circle around an axis or a center? So remember our earth, and it has an axis, and it spins. And of course that is rotate, or the other form of the word is rotation. Now, I talked to my 5th graders a little bit about this. The expectation is that you're all taking notes just like we do in class. And when I ask a question, normally I use those popsicle sticks, and I'd pause and I'd pull a stick, and I expect everyone to have a great idea to share. So we can't do the popsicle sticks, but you need to just pretend I'm up here with them. So you're going to, when I ask a question, it's really important that you think of the answer in your head and then you check the answer when I give it to you. Because if you're just kind of sitting here and copying things down, you're not going to learn as much as if you're really interacting. And you can even say the answer out loud. That would be even better, because we know that when we hear it, see it, and say it, we're going to remember it more. To move in a circular orbit, and these are all vocabulary words that you should be using throughout this unit. And does anyone remember what that is? Revolve. And the other form of that is revolution. And we said if we think of our sun, and the earth is going to move in an orbit. And our fancy, fancy science word, does everyone remember the shape of that orbit? Yeah, it's not a circle. It's called an ellipse. All right, the curved path of a celestial object, that just means a space object, like a meteor, the sun, or a planet, or a moon, around an elliptical revolution. And of course, you should have said an orbit. An imaginary line that passes through the North Pole, through the center, and then through the South Pole of the Earth is the line that it rotates around from west to east. And of course, that was our word up here, axis. One of the halves into which the Earth is divided. So we have the north and the south, and then we also have the west and the east, and that's hemisphere. Hema means half, sphere, three-dimensional object, hemisphere. All right, so at this point you've watched your video, you watched your other video, and you should be able to answer these questions. And if you didn't get to watch the videos, you should be able to answer these from our last time too. How long does it take the Earth to revolve around the sun? About 365 days, or 1 year. And how long does it take the Earth to rotate on its axis? 24 hours, or 1 day. All right, so how they're going to assess you on this is they're either going to ask you to identify a model, a picture of the Earth, Sun, and Moon, or they're going to show you one and ask you to label the parts. So we're going to go ahead and do our drawing, and your drawing, of course, doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You're welcome to make it your own work, absolutely. But somewhere in there we need a sun. And somewhere in there we need an orbit. And what do we need in the orbit? An Earth. I'm going to draw the axis. And then what is moving or orbiting or revolving around the Earth? The moon. And these are definitely not to scale. Our sun is so massive compared to the Earth. My picture, I couldn't even fit. Man, if I did my sun this big, my Earth would be teensy tiny. But this will help us. Now, I said a diagram, and we said that we know when we have diagrams in science, it's not just a picture. You have to have labels. So what do you think I should label? All right, I'm going to label the sun. What else should I label? Yep, the Earth. Anything else? Yep, the moon. Anything else? Yeah, for sure. Orbit. And then you might want to try to use in your caption, I'm going to let you write your caption on your own, but you probably want to use the words rotate and revolve. And the Earth is doing what? Remember we got up and we demonstrated this? I think Kylie might have been up there, or maybe it was Iriday. They did a great job. What does the Earth do? Well, it rotates on its axis and it revolves around the sun. So make sure you're including both of those. Now, what does the moon do? Yeah, the moon is revolving. So think of this as spinning, and think of this as like traveling. All right, so if you need to pause here and write your caption, you can go ahead and pause and write it. Again, you're going to try to use all these great vocabulary words from up above. All right, now we need to show why we experience day and night. And the standard is that you can communicate this to another person through pictures or through words. So we're going to go ahead and do our sun. And again, you can make your own picture, or you can use mine. And I'm going to have my earth that's slightly tilted. And what do we call this thing right here? We have an axis. Can't forget to label my earth. And so what time would this be? What would this side of the earth be experiencing? Day. And this side is pointed away from the sun. So this side would be night. And what is the earth doing? It's rotating. All right, again, you're either going to pause now and write your caption, or you can go ahead and wait and do it all at the end. And at any point that you need more time, you're just going to press pause on your video, and then you can go back to the video when you're done. All right, so that's it for today for our video. If you want to, you always can. You're going to do your ReadWorks article and questions. And then our last video that you're going to work on is our Brain Pop video. Oh, nope, we're going to do this one tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and come to our sheet, and I recommend you do this every single day. This helps me. I'm going to check off we've finished our guided notes. And then if you are doing the videos and the guided notes, you can put an X over that. Or if you just want to challenge and you want to read it, you're welcome to read it. The questions are really quick. Or, of course, if you don't have the YouTube capability, you're going to be reading our articles and answering the questions on your own. All right, feel free to do some coloring and make your diagram look really awesome. And I'll see you all tomorrow for a little bit more learning.